welcome. Shoot.
All right, bye. Nice on you.
Hi.
Bye. Who are you playing on the show?
I am not an actor. I'm the producing director.
Now we know who. I'm sorry they didn't say that. I apologize for not knowing that.
James Bamford, the producing director of Arrow season 6 and 7.
Okay.
I just completed directing the premiere for season 7.
What happens then? I know it could. What
All sorts of stuff.
I'm sure. How challenging is it after the show's been out for so many years to keep it fresh, to keep it different, and moving forward?
You just have to collectively, myself, the cast, the writers, our crew, we just try to keep inspired. As with anything you do in life, you just try to find inspiration, and that could come from anywhere. Half the time I get inspired from my 4-year-old daughter. The conversation I have in the morning as I'm on my way to work, or from a dream, or you see a great movie, anything like that. So we try to keep ourselves interested and challenged, and continually elevate the show, and that's how we keep inspired and keep going. Hopefully.
I've been watching the show since season 1, and yes, but in the later seasons, it has turned a little bit too soapy. So I think Arrow is at its best when the action is happening. So in the last season, when we had Diaz and all the things that were going on, for myself, right? I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
It turned much better. So is it something that maybe you can diminish the soapy part about the kid and the married life and all of this that we don't really need in an action show?
Well, I'm not a writer, so I don't have control over this story. I get given the scripts, and my job is to elevate the material. So I did start out. I've been on the show since the pilot, and I was responsible for training Steven before the pilot in martial arts, and I was the fight choreographer to start out with, and the stunt coordinator, and then I went on to start directing, and then because of what have you, my contributions or whatnot with the show, they made me the producing director, so I'm sort of responsible for the look of the show, the visual look of the show. I try to, when we do have action on the show, I try to ensure that it's the gritty brutality that we all are used to, aside from season 4, we deviated for a second. We went, hey, where did it? Anyway, we're back. Season 7 promises to be even more so than season 1. When you see the premiere, you'll think you'll feel season 1, but it's a new show.
Okay.
So
all right, that's a good promise.
With Oliver's incarceration, did
Yes.
that lead to challenges for you? Because that's obviously a different dynamic for the show.
For me personally, I've been acting somewhat of a technical advisor as well. I was a corrections officer at one point very early on in my life, when I was about 22, so like last year. No, I'm old. So the incarceration portion of it is quite just natural to me, because I spent a lot of time in prison. That sounds really bad. But,
I'm taking that as a quote.
Yeah. No, go ahead. But on the other side, so that has added another layer of grit and rawness to the show that we didn't have before, and I think the audience is going to find some really interesting surprises, both in the look of the show, but in performances from our old friend Stephen Amell, and the other characters that you will encounter along the way in prison. It opens up, a whole nother, maybe there's some folks that we haven't seen for a while because they've been incarcerated. Well, guess what? Anything can happen. Sort of, what if Batman was put in jail and
Right.
Oh, the Joker. Oh shit, he's my cellmate or whatever. The possibilities are endless, and we're sort of taking it there, which is really cool. And we're having a great time doing it. Like everybody's embracing, that part of it, and then on the outside, our other characters, while they're basically in mourning for Oliver being incarcerated and being away from the team, you see how they individually deal with that and try to take matters into their own hands and deal with the rest of the challenges that arise.
Thank you.
No problem.
Or some of those villains.